Well, let's go back to our wonderful cooks today. And I know that you're going to make something wonderful. I don't know what it is. Pancakes?
Well, we're going to tell you, yes. Sweet potato oat pancakes today.
Sweet potato oat pancakes.
Yum.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to get started. So obviously, the first thing you're going to do is cook your sweet potato, which I did very simply in the microwave. So you just poke, first you clean your sweet potato, then you poke holes in it with a knife, about 5 minutes, and then you're just going to use a half of a sweet potato for this recipe. So I've done that. It is mashed up in this bowl, and the whole recipe is basically done in the blender, which also makes it super simple. So there's about a cup and a half of old-fashioned oats already in the blender, so I'm just going to add in the sweet potato. Now what I do when I make the sweet potatoes this way is I'll obviously make extra, because then like that night for supper you could have sweet potatoes, or you could save them for a couple nights later. The other stuff that's going into the blender.
And you have a Vitamix.
A Vitamix, that was a present to myself quite a while ago.
Isn't that wonderful?
So you do need a high-powered blender for this. If you don't have that, a food processor would work. So
okay.
Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah.
All right, so then I've got, what is this? Cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese.
What do I have?
Looks like cinnamon and cottage
and it's got
cheese.
I went ahead and put the seasonings in here, so there's cinnamon and vanilla in here as well. So the cottage cheese is undervalued, I think, in our world. It's an excellent source of protein, and that's why they're going in this particular recipe. Also, 3 eggs.
That was 3 eggs? Oh, there it is.
No, well, that was 1 egg.
I was going to say it looked like 1.
Yeah. There goes egg number
2.
I think I still need that. 2, and egg number 3. Okay. And the membrane came out of that egg. I'm not going to put that in my pancake. All right, so there's my 3 eggs. And then I've got some baking powder?
Baking powder?
Yes, and salt going in, and then a little bit of milk. So I'm going to just put about half this milk in, blend it. Okay, now here's the situation. We didn't check the blender ahead of time, so this is going to be a real live situation going on here. Ready, and go. You guys like your pancakes thin or thick?
I don't ever eat pancakes, so
Well,
we'll
all
see
right,
today
then.
if I eat one.
Thick? Okay.
Thick.
So I like mine thin. That's why I have extra milk, but I'll just play along here and we'll make them a little bit thicker. So normally what I'll do is put my little skillet on 300. Again, you could do this like on a non-stick skillet with a little bit of oil spread on it.
These are wonderful, aren't they?
I love them because you can make a lot at one time, and I'm not a very patient person. That's something I'm working on.
Hey, I think you're doing great.
You gotta start somewhere, right?
You gotta start somewhere, that's right. So then I just kind of pour about 1/4 of a cup per pancake, and about 3 pancakes is a serving. And then what do you normally put on your pancakes, right? Most people put maple syrup, which actually I'm a fan of real maple syrup, but
Sardines.
Sardines? Oh yeah, that
Yes.
sounds lovely.
Russell.
But that,
Only Russell.
Soup on top of it. You
He doesn't even eat a pancake.
so the maple
I never
syrup
cook them for
is
him.
full of sugar, and if you know, and I'm okay with a little bit of sugar, but we tend to
How
put too
about
much pancake or too much sugar on things. So for this recipe, we are going to make an apple chia jam. I don't know if you've ever made something like this before, but Heather's cutting up the apple.
Apple chia jam?
Right?
Oh, that
Chia jam.
sounds
How good
so
does that
good.
sound?
So
Oh my goodness.
once the apple's chopped up, we're going to put it in the pan with
One
about
whole apple, Kim?
Yes.
Okay.
And of course, if you can get organic apple, I prefer the peel on because that's going to give us the fiber that we want. Right?
yeah.
So if not, I do just wipe them off really good and.
Now,
kinda-
what's that?
This is apple juice. So about a cup of apple juice is going in my pan, and I'll be like Heather and turn the pan on. And then you're going to put 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. And I do love chia seeds because they add an extra dose of fiber. So most Americans get about 10 grams of fiber for the whole day. We should get about 25 to 35 grams of
Wow.
fiber. So because that's why I'm adding the chia seeds here, because it's going to give us a little bit more fiber. We've got fiber going in with our sweet potato. We also have it with the oats and the apple. So
And let me
you're
come interrupt for a second. What I love about chia seeds, for coming from the nutrition side, is they're full of omegas.
Right.
So it's a wonderful alternative, especially for vegetarians that maybe don't want fish oil. or if you're vegan or something. So it's a good alternative, but it's also like a perfect protein.
It does
Support,
It
so-
does add protein too.
Yeah.
So again, the whole purpose behind this recipe was protein and fiber delivery in the morning. So you want to set yourself up again first thing in the morning to get some. I usually aim for 7-8 grams of fiber in my breakfast.
Wow.
Right? And you can't do that without adding healthy foods to your diet because fiber is found only in plant foods. So there we go.
I never knew that. That
Do you mind
makes
putting
sense.
that in there?
Absolutely.
So you're going to cook that about 2 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
And it will still be a little bit liquidy. If I don't know if liquidy is the actual word, but then after it cools just a bit, it will start to thicken, and that's one of the other properties of chia seeds, which is really cool. I've been looking for my spoon. And so you're just going to cook that down. And these actually cook like regular pancakes, right? You're going to wait for the bubbles to come up. I already flipped them.
Beautiful.
I
Aren't
see
they
the
pretty?
bubbles.
Now, if you didn't want to go the whole, like, I have to cook these sweet potatoes or I don't have sweet potatoes, another awesome way to make these would be with canned pumpkin. So, and that's available like all year round, right? And
Yeah.
usually it's very inexpensive. So you would use the same amount, like half a cup of canned pumpkin in place of the sweet potato. You're still going to get your vitamin A, you're still going to get fiber. In fact, I think canned pumpkin is one of the best like pantry sources of nutrients that you can have on
Wow.
hand. You could stir it into chili. You could probably put it in that
In
black bean
chili?
soup. Yeah, boost the nutrients in that. And then if whatever you don't have that you haven't finished using, you could totally put in the freezer and keep for later. So you could
Wow.
make this again with the sweet potatoes or the pumpkin. And something else we were talking about earlier is that you can make a double recipe.
Absolutely.
And
That's what
then-
I'm all about.
Yeah, and so then you
Let me
would
get
just
you a plate.
store them in the freezer. And so I'll do that. I'll make them on the weekend.
And
Kind
then
of
will
like
you just pop them in the microwave to heat them up?
I would
or-
pop them in the microwave for just like 10 seconds
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, I
Are
was
these
really
recipes
excited
in
to
the
see this one.
cookbook?
This is in the cookbook
This
on
is
page
page
34.
because
Yeah.
that's what I had
you
to just
go.
find out. And man, how cool is this? What a great alternative.
Is the
to-
apples also in the cookbook?
Yes.
Good.
Another thing you could do if you didn't want apples, I like the apples with the sweet potato, but you could do blueberries instead, or any kind of fruit you could
Yeah.
totally put in that.
You know, my mind just went to elderberries.
Elderberries.
Yeah.
Elderberry, elderberry, elderberry. They are definitely hot right now.
Yeah, I think, where does elderberry grow?
I'm not sure where it's indigenous, but that's what I was just about to say. In some countries, including Germany, Krista, who's the general manager of our health food store, she grew up in Germany, and I remember her telling me they had elderberries like we have blueberries. And many times, you know, they'd have them fresh, and they'd cook them down and make a syrup out of them and eat them on pancakes.
You want me to
So
make
that's
more
a
pancakes?
true-
We have more people here.
Sure. That is a true living example. You know, they just are one of the powerhouse foods that God made that happen to inhibit and lessen the severity of certain viruses. So that's why there's such hot demand right now.
Is that done there yet?
Well, it can be done. We can turn it off. It will not thicken for another 2 minutes or so.
Leave it on.
Yeah.
Well, we have to. It has to cool a little bit.
Oh.
So then, when you become impatient like me, you just pour it right from the blender and you stop scooping.
Well, you were showing
Right.
us how we should do it.
Yeah, that was how you should do it. This is how you.
Do you want
end up doing
you
it.
want a spatula?
You have a spatula? That would be awesome.
And I'm
It's
getting
the
these
next one down.
for this.
But again, like if I had to make this on a
spatula.
Monday morning, there was no way that this would get made. That's why you kind of make it ahead of time.
So you can just make them, put them in the refrigerator, and then warm them up.
Or the freezer.
That's good.
Like I'll do that. Sometimes you get sick of eating the same thing. I'll
Right.
just pop them in the freezer if I don't think we're going to finish them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Here's the spatula.
So, yeah, that's one of my favorite things to do.
Sorry.
Here's the spatula. Oh,
I went ahead and
Okay.
used the spoon. Thank you. So then you're just gonna wait for them to bubble. The other thing that I might serve with this occasionally is some peanut butter. Again, that would give a little bit more protein. And then also some healthy fat. So you've got your monounsaturated fats going on there as well. Because we don't have a lot of healthy fats going on in here because we mainly just have that,
Sweet potato?
no.
Oh, you're
The
talking.
cheese.
Yes, the
Cottage
cottage,
cheese?
cheese.
Cottage
Yes,
cheese.
I don't know why I can't think of the word cottage cheese today. The other thing, again, so modifiable. You could totally use Greek yogurt. You
Yeah.
could use apple Greek yogurt, blueberry Greek yogurt, whatever kind of Greek yogurt you have in the
Right.
fridge. So, all right, this is smoking hot now. So you can see it is still quite liquidy, right? It's my new word for today. And as it cools, it will start to get more like a gel.
And that's another good thing for weight loss. Chia seeds are great for weight loss because as they get in the liquid, different liquids, they will expand and almost become gelatinous.
Gelatinous,
Yes. But they do that in your stomach. So I know some people that will literally eat a spoonful of chia seeds.
should
Does it
probably
get stuck in
seeds,
your
right?
teeth?
No, I know that's pretty hardcore.
You should probably
but
drink water with
you
them.
could drink it or whatever, but when they hit your stomach, they're going to expand. I mean, like a teaspoon of chia seeds, what would you say? 3 tablespoons
Well,
by the time it's expanded?
Probably.
Maybe more?
Yeah. And
So it's good.
About a gram or 2 of fiber just in that
So you're getting your
alone.
fiber, your omegas, plus it's expanding in your stomach, which causes your brain to think you're full and not as hungry. You know? When,
Well, they ought to
And that's what fiber
capitalize
does in
this
general
for,
for you.
for kids that like to munch.
yeah.
Little fiber gummies or
Yeah.
chia gummies.
Yeah.
Right.
That's our next thing,
right.
chia gummies.
There we go.
Chia gummies. All right. Well, we're going to get ready and go to Fred. And I know you're enjoying all these recipes. You can get them online, or else you can go and come here. We have the book. It's a wonderful cookbook, only $20. And Kim was one of the ones that made this, but look at the wonderful recipes in it. And here's pictures of people who've lost weight doing these recipes. I just saw a picture. Well, I don't know where they went, but it was in there.
On the back.
Oh, look at here. Look at this. By doing these recipes, doing workout, look at the difference. And I don't know if you can see that or not, but look at there on the back. Isn't that something? So, well, get up and go to your phone and say, I've got to have that book. We want you to have it. It's a love gift of $20. It should be $30. It's such a good book with so many good colors in it. All right, we're going to go to Fred, and we're going to come back with some more of something. I'll let you know. Here I am, and I don't know if they get a shot of this, but you know, we always have to taste everything here to see if this is really okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Now, I didn't eat breakfast this morning, so I could eat one of these. Look at this. I knew you girls were coming. Now, there we have it. I am going to do the taster and tell you what I think.
Okay. A live tasting. I like it.
Oh, we always do that. That's my favorite part. That's why I didn't eat this morning.
And I will say this, Chris.
Is a picky eater.
Right? I have
And
some of
so-
those at my house.
Oh my goodness, he is very, very picky. And so first thing I said, come on back here, and I did it. He really liked it.
Good.
So that's a plus. That's something I can fix. That makes me happy.
Score.
Score. Check it off. He goes, these are really good. I can eat this. So
You know I never eat pancakes,
I know you don't. You hate pancakes.
but this is good.
yes, well.
This is very good.
I'm glad you like it.
Yes.
And healthy, so that's a win-win for sure.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to sit here and I'm going to enjoy this while you guys do whatever you're going to do.
Okay, so